Right, hello once again. This is another Seacon that I've seen on the Snaptrap one that I've mentioned before. That Seacons are probably one of my favourite combiners from G1, mainly because they appear in Master Force, and which is odd for this figure because he actually has the same name in the West as he does in the East, Tentakill, which is probably one of the greatest names I've ever heard in any form of media or something like that, like Transformers, But it's Tentakill with one L, I believe. I shall check that out before I upload this. He's very dusty at the minute too. Yeah, it's one of my favourite members of the Seacons. All Seacon limbs actually have a secret, well, not a secret mode, but you have to be on the ball with this one. So, alright, I'll just grab the thing. So there is that, and this isn't go into that hopefully, and you can just see the socket for that. That'll just pop onto there, and you just notice a weird hole on one of the guns. That's because they will fit together like that. There you go. Tentakill's funny little feet there. Yeah, if I remember how this is done, I believe it is that way. Yeah, just, I mean, that peg peg holes for his foot anyway, for King Poseidon's foot. Oh, you know what? I did get it the wrong way, because that fits there, and the legs must go up like that. So yeah, so like Piranacon's got a gun stand. It's probably best to put it that way so it's got more support. So yeah, there you go. There's not necessarily a secret gun mode, but that is basically combiner size. So King Poseidon or Piranacon will get those names differentiated. I prefer to call him King Poseidon based on Master Force. But anyway, that is, you can even rotate it up and down. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's literally combiner sized for actually any combiner from the G1 franchise. So that aside, literally that aside, just funny little face here. So I'm always nervous about flipping this up because it's very rubbery. So that is Tentakill. This funny little feet, and these guns, just to make them a bit more scary. We'll just, I mean, there's little guns there. We'll just fit on there just to make him a bit more scary looking. He seems to be some kind of squid, well, octopus thing, squid. I don't know. But that is pretty funky. I mean, first time I saw him in Master Force, I thought that's so cool. I started tracking down the Seacons. I've had Nautilator for years. I think maybe he was the second one I got without the guns, which is bloody annoying. And I ended up getting Sea-Wing, but I was hellbent on getting the rest. I ended up getting Snaptrap without the extra bit on this shell. I ended up, by some miracle, finding the whole set online, except for Nautilator's gun, but I tracked that down, so I was really happy for that. But like here, you can just slightly move his arms. Like I said, that is pretty weird as Transformers characters go, appearance-wise. Check out Master Force because he's all over that. The Seacons in Master Force, at least, seem to have infinite numbers apart from Snaptrap, who was called Turtler. So they seem to be like the Insecticons where there's numerous, infinite numbers. They just keep getting destroyed. This one in particular, I think in the first episode of Master Force, Metal Hawk just drives a sword right in the middle of his head and he explodes. As you can imagine, pretty graphic for a cartoon, especially the first cartoon. He makes some weird noises. I don't think I'll attempt to make them here, like really high pitched. They don't speak, so it's only seems to be Turtler or Snaptrap that speaks. Whenever the Seacons get destroyed, it's always the limbs that just explode into nothing, and Turtler always seems to just get away a bit damaged. But these guys get destroyed a lot, kind of like the Sweeps and Insecticons before them. You can tell there's no rub sign here, because rub signs, as opposed to that, I'm not going to do that, right? Kind of went out in '87 when I think GoBots just hit the skids. Transformers well and truly kicked their keisters. So, one more time here. Oh, so delicate. Oh, made it this one. There we go. Right. And that is Tentakill. Like I said, one of the most awesome names there is in Transformers. We'll talk about Erector, but let's not go there. That is Tentakill, I believe, with 1 L. So if you're not thoroughly bored by this, hit the like button, like and subscribe, and there'll be plenty more videos. And there's Piranicon's foot. Yeah, hit that like button, and I'll keep you posted on more stuff like Transformers. So thank you for watching.